we're not ones to say we were right.
On the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but I mean, I've got several clips out there of us on this show of me saying, you don't have to bet on him, but you cannot bet against him.
Oh, yeah.
And he proved it to be true.
I mean, and he did. I know like they were saying the public is all over, Kansas City, and the prices reflected that in the town. Some of the sports books were begging for San Fran money. The win was minus 120 back and forth.
Yeah.
South Point minus 120 back and forth. DraftKings closed at 120. They kept it 120 for 36 hours trying to get money on the other side. But it doesn't matter. Even though the Chiefs won the game, the sports books are still going to make money. The sports books will never lose money again on the Super Bowl. Happened a couple times in the past. There's too much square volume out there now on props, on other things. They're never losing a Super Bowl again. Teasers, even though the teasers did get there this week, people that teased the total on the Super Bowl, they got really lucky because if the game doesn't go to overtime, they don't get the over. And so people,
good point.
People tease the teasers on the totals, both sides through the zero. They don't care. They're all geniuses, and good for them. I'm glad they won. They're only going to give it back somewhere else, though, if they're teasing NBA basketball. I was reading people teasing basketball and college basketball. They were looking to tease something with Kansas City, which I said too. I said I'd love to tease something with Kansas City in this game. And you're right, John. We gave out Kansas City, both of us. Matter of fact, I've been giving out Kansas City for a few weeks.
Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah.
Like every week in the playoffs, I gave out Kansas City, and I usually don't do that because I'm not a side guy. I don't bet a lot of and NFL sides, but I was betting the Chiefs there a lot, so I'm glad that they came through for everybody.
In all fairness, I did say Chiefs by blowout, so I was wrong on that one.
Yeah.
For the actual game, but I've been saying Mahomes. I said Mahomes when he won the first Super Bowl against the Niners that he's the new Brady. You can see it.
Oh no, he's one of the best quarterbacks ever.
That's back to back. That's 3 out of the last 4.
3 of 5.
Is that right?
3 of 5?
3 of 5 or 3 of 4?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It was good. It was a good.
It's 3 before the age of 30.
Good game for me. Props, not as good as normal, but because of the town has so many different things. Like, I think I mentioned it on this show last week. Like, I didn't think I was going to win them both. Remember I said that the rushing. Will either team? Will San Fran not have a rushing touchdown? Took 3-1. Will Kansas City not have a rushing touchdown? Took plus 150. I think I said that right in the space last week.
Yeah.
Both of them won. That's hard to believe. There was not one rushing touchdown in the game. So I actually won both of them. So
there was not one rushing touchdown.
No, with those big guys, Pacheco, McCaffrey, all those big guys, there wasn't a rushing touchdown in the game.
It's so funny. It's funny you bring that up because I made literally 5 prop bets just for fun. $20 each one, $100 total. Right. The only one I got right was heads.
Oh, yeah. Even they called tails. The guy called tails.
Oh.
He called tails, but it landed heads.
Okay, right. It landed heads.
We talked about that in the space, too.
But one of the ones that I bet was McCaffrey will score a first half touchdown. I thought that was a no-brainer.
Was it a catch or it lost? No, he didn't get a touchdown.
He didn't get a touchdown.
No. Matter of fact, that was one of my big things I sent out, kind of saved me, was, with the no. I talked about it here. I talked about it in every interview I did. I did 20 of them last week, so because of Radio Row. The no on the touchdowns was the value, saying they were only supposed to get like 5 touchdowns. They only got, I think they got 3, whatever it was, 4. But
how did all the
key players, the Kelsey not getting touchdown plus money, Pacheco even money, all of those won. All of those things won.
Kelsey, no touchdown.
No touchdown.
And what about the yards?
Matter of fact, he had 1 yard in the first half.
That's what I was going to ask you. What total?
And he had like 85 in the second half.
Oh, he did have 85?
Yeah, lost.
Okay.
Lost. I lost that. I had some really good value around
you needed
town.
under 70?
73.5.
73.
Plus 130. You could have scalped it. You could have won over 70.5 minus 110, 120. I found a 73.5. Lost some extra money on that. But then again, all the pluses did well for me. No touchdown was really big, Ducks. I bet it 3 different times.
Yeah.
Here in town. Here in town, it was worth a lot. The square books put up plus 120. and then went down to 110, and then went back up to 120 again on the nose. So
what was game goes into overtime?
That's an amazing prop. The Wise guys
Ellenberger
used
told us to bet that the day of the game.
The game goes into overtime?
Me and the dentist, Steve Kim,
yeah.
The three of us are on a group chat, and I was like, Chiefs by blowout, and Ellenberger wrote, game goes into overtime.
Wow. You can get plus around 10 to 1.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was minus 15 to 1 I seen, minus 16 to 1. The Wise guys used to bet that years ago. They bet no safety and no safety, laying about 10 to 1.
Yeah.
And no overtime, laying about 10 to 1. Then it went way up. It's up to 15 to 1, like I said now. And the no safety hit a couple times. So the sharp guys don't bet that anymore. They still bet no overtime, but you can't bet no overtime in a game that's like a pick 'em. 1-2.
Right.
I just can't. You could bet it. If the odds are right, you can bet anything.
Right.
But the odds were not right to bet no.
My buddy Nick had a great prop bet that was alive up until the end, which was either kicker wins the MVP.
Oh, wow.
He put $5 on it, and it was 1,000 to 1.
Wow.
So $5,000 he could have scooped.
Well,
and had the Chiefs kicker kicked the winning field goal, I think he would have been the MVP.
You're missing out on a big thing here. Someone else also had a big prop that looked good until the end. The guy Robert from Canada.
What was it?
Purple Gatorade. He was on a show last week.
It was purple?
No, it was purple. It was purple, but he had orange Gatorade. Remember he came on the show? He said, I did 17 hours of research. 17 hours he put in. And I said right away, thank God, I said right away, as soon as I seen his face and him come on, I said, what do you want to bury people with this year? 17 hours I've done testing out the rims and the sediment in the can. Robert, you're ruining everyone's life, Robert. There's a whole section in the cemetery now with your name on it, putting people in the cemetery. 17 hours.
Yeah.
God.
And it was purple.
It was purple. He said orange. So then he had a backup bet on blue.
Did he?
So yeah, the backup. You did
good.
Wonderful. Well, so that looked great until the end. Again, biggest money making Super Bowl here in Vegas, shattered records in Nevada, nationwide.
Most watched Super Bowl.
Most watched television show. It beat the moon landing. Yes.
I saw that.
Imagine that. But think about the moon landing. People that had TVs in the 60s compared to now, where everyone has TVs. The moon landing probably still being the bigger event.
Right.
Which now some people think are staged.
I've been hearing that a lot lately, actually.
Listen, conspiracy people live, and they live for stuff like this.
Right.
They live for the NFL's fix, the Super Bowl's fix, staged, exactly what's supposed to happen.
Those people came out again. The Super Bowl was fixed somehow.
Of course it was.
Just because the Chiefs won.
Well, trust me, if it was fixed, it would have to be the other way because the sportsbooks needed San Fran to win.
Right.
But like I said, they still won a lot of money, still a big hold. Maybe they didn't make the money they thought they were going to make, but they different jurisdictions that did very, very well.
Did you watch the halftime show?
Yeah.
I liked it, but I read a lot of negative on it.
Yeah,
that's just the nature of it. I guess.
I liked it. I guess. I mean, yeah, it was. I like Usher.
Travis's girlfriend, Travis of Sticky Paws, his girlfriend worked the show. She was on the field for the whole show.
Oh, nice.
They were involved with the halftime piece, I believe. And she showed us a photo of a road case that said Justin Bieber on it.
Oh, wow.
And so
he was at the game, though, right?
Well, the thought was that he was making some sort of surprise guest appearance.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
Huh.
I wonder what happened.
Jeez, I'm so upset.
You don't know anything about it?
No.
You're upset. You're not upset.
Let me tell you, though, they were star-studded.
Oh, my God.
All the people that they come out to Vegas. People will not be in New Orleans next year like they were in Vegas this year.
Yeah.
There were stars everywhere.
Everywhere.
Joe Montana on the field, my man.
Yeah.
I sent you the video.
Yes.
You probably didn't watch it.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
I love Joe Montana.
Okay.
Joe Montana is one of the...
Okay.
I think Joe Montana...
Montana, Brady,
it's hard
Mahomes.
not to say Brady's not the GOAT currently, but it's the game's on the line, they're behind and coming from behind, and Joe Montana marches down the field. Am I just biased because that's our era? Yeah.
The catch.
I mean, it's like you just know he's going to march down the field, Joe Montana.
Yeah. I was trying to think. Bart Starr, people don't realize that Bart, of course, no one even knows who he is.
He was Colts? No. Bart Starr.
Green Bay Packers.
Packers, okay.
Bart Starr, I think he had, I'm not positive, but I think he had like 5 championships too. So people, let's see, hold on.
Would you say
his 2 Super Bowl games were outstanding? He was MVP 4 times. He held the league percentage pass complete. Okay, but I know he's also one of the great quarterbacks of all time. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Would you say you're buddies now with Montana, or
no?
Are you buddy status?
Well, you understand? So I did a Kenny Mayne interview on. I did a Sports Center with Kenny Mayne about 9 years ago.
Yeah,
and after it was over, Montana texted and said that, who's the guy with the black hat? You guys talking about gambling on ESPN? He was pretty surprised. Mm-hmm. So now when Kenny Mayne, I interviewed him about six weeks ago, and I got to be friends and went to dinner with him a couple times, and he's like, hey, Joe Montana's coming in this weekend. You want to meet him? And so I went and met Bobby Flay, went in Bobby Flay's restaurant. They cleared out tables. We start throwing catches around.
Yeah.
And, the first guy that went up for a catch, Montana, a young kid too, like 24 years old, had him go out, do a post. We're in a restaurant. He's doing a post in a restaurant. So, and sure enough, Montana, what's that? He
leads him.
Let him.
Yeah.
And the kid dropped it.
No.
Because it was a tough pass, too.
Sure.
The kid should have dropped it. They let him do another one. So now I tell him, this is unbelievable. This is right just after, I never met him before.
Yeah.
So now I go up to him like John Gotti. I said, listen, no fucking around. I said, listen, I'm not doing none of that post shit. I'm going straight out, 5 times, turn around, hit me. He's like, oh, okay. He thought I was nuts. I said, no fucking around. I said, just listen. Tell him, Joe, I pointed at him. No, I'm not doing that post shit. I'm going straight out, turn around, 5 catches, hit. And he did. He was really cool.
That's awesome.
And then that night at dinner, Joe was sitting 2 tables away just coincidentally. And I had to go over to him and say, that was perfect, Joe. You did a great job. He goes, oh, thanks. I was nervous.
Really?
Yeah. The great Joe Montana. So
that's awesome.
It was really cool. Got good.
They were all staying at Fontainebleau this weekend, man. Montana included.
Okay.
Joe Montana, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire.
Oh, I didn't know they were at the games. Leo and Toby.
Yep.
Not a Toby fan. I might have said something.
No one's a Toby fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen. I'm all about giving back and helping people and signing autographs. Like not me, but like for them. And I watched Toby do some things in the poker room that just blew me away, how nasty he was.
Oh, you remember the movie Molly's Game, right?
Yeah.
So you know that player X is Toby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But yet Leo I've seen be nice to people. So
Leo's a nice guy.
Toby's
tall.
Not my favorite. Yeah.
Leo's tall. Like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, I never seen him. I've seen Toby a couple times.
Yeah. Jay-Z and Beyonce were staying at Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
Fontainebleau was jumping this weekend.
Was it?
You've been in there, right?
I've been in there. It's nice. I like the pizza place up there. I told you already. Speaking of pizza place, do you know Dom DeMarco's? That's Albert.
Yeah.
Albert from Dom DeMarco's. Thank you, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. So Portnoy was in town doing pizza reviews.
Yeah.
And he did Dom DeMarco's. He gave him a 7.9, which is a good pizza review, especially for Vegas.
7.9?
That's good for Vegas.
That's good.
That's good for Vegas, especially. You think about the pizza reviews he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, New York, New Haven, some great pizzas, Chicago, up in Boston. There's some great pizza places on the East Coast. And for him to give a 7.9 is pretty good.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
The last 4 days in a row,
You've had pizza?
I've had Prince Street.
Oh, Prince Street.
Pizza.
Oh, that's great.
I
love Prince.
And
I don't know which ones he reviewed, but he really should have reviewed there.
It's so good. I had this time, so we did the square, right?
Yeah.
I just had traditional sausage.
Okay, but it's square still, right?
No, I had a
They
round.
have a round pizza there?
Yes.
I didn't know they had round.
Oh my God. You want to go after this? It's so good.
Maybe. I can't get in.
No, I
know.
I got the clout.
I know.
I got the clout.
No, I know.
You have the clout too.
I know.
You won't use it.
I know. I'd rather wait.
Why won't you use it?
I don't want no one to think I'm going in there for free pizza. I want to pay.
They won't know the difference.
No, I know.
Call me crime, because crime don't pay.
Right. Crime don't pay. We also had LIV Golf here, but a bad weekend to have
Wait,
LIV
that was
Golf.
here this weekend?
Yeah, how do you have LIV Golf here on Super Bowl weekend? Like, it's a giant tournament. The names on the LIV Tour are stupid. They're giant. And for them to have that here kind of got lost in the shuffle, so you didn't even know.
I didn't know.
It was at Desert Inn Golf Course. Great event, by the way. I had passes the whole time, gave them away. And the passes that I gave away, people that I gave them to said, Bill, I've been to golf courses all over the world. This is unbelievable. It was so personal,
What's the
intimate.
course? What course?
The Desert Inn right behind Westgate.
Oh.
He said it was
the Desert Inn?
good. Desert Inn Country Club, Desert Inn Golf Course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They said
and
it was
used
so
to be
good.
right behind the Desert Inn. Wait, with the
Well, it was. It was called like the Desert Inn is where Win is. So But they just called that the Desert Inn Golf Course.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it was.
So what's the golf course that is actually behind Wynn is just called the Wynn Golf Course?
The Wynn, that's just Wynn. Yeah, that's just Wynn.
I always thought that was Desert Inn Golf Course. I didn't realize it.
No.
Okay, I know what you're talking about then. And there's houses. That's where the houses are from Casino.
That's that's where the real. By the way, that's where the real people, the real guys lived there. Now there was 2 different golf courses. There's Las Vegas International. I think it's on. It's also on Desert Inn, but across on the east side.
Right.
That's where the house was. That's where the house is that was used in the movie.
De Niro's house.
Yeah. In the movie. But the Desert Inn Golf Course itself. You're making me check here. Oh, it's off of. That's okay. You know what? I'm giving the wrong name.
What is it called?
I am giving the wrong name. You're right. Desert Inn Golf Course. I'm giving. It's the Las Vegas Country Club.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No. Okay.
Las Vegas Country Club. That's in back of the Westgate. And the other one that I'm talking about though is Las Vegas National Golf Club, and that's real close though. If it's real close, I mean you can see the difference.
And it's real nice.
There's the Las Vegas Country Club. There's the Las Vegas National.
So LIV was where?
LIV was at Las Vegas Country Club.
Got it.
Almost positive. That's
and that's a really nice course.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
No, it's really
like
cool.
Tiger Woods.
No.
He's not part of that.
No. Tiger
Mickelson
Woods
is part of that.
Tiger Woods is agast that. Yeah, Mickelson and John Rahm.
Those guys are making like $100 million deals.
They signed
and stuff,
them.
Right?
Every one of them they signed for like that 9 figures. Yeah, 100
How does that make money?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's just bragging
the Saudis
rights?
are so rich. They just,
it's just because they get to play with them and meet them.
Give away a couple billion, meet them. Yeah.
Can't they support a sports betting show?
The Saudis are so rich.
Wait, if we start covering LIV, if we do a LIV Golf Wise Kracks, can we?
Our buddy Casey Kerr, that's what he's doing now. He does some stuff with LIV. And
can you get us some Saudi money, please?
Money. Yeah, the Saudi money. You know, a lot of people don't want to take Saudi money. And
I'm taking it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're throwing that kind of money at people.
I'm okay taking it.
Yeah, no, I fully get it. I fully get it.
Big weekend in Vegas. I didn't realize. So there was Super Bowl. There was LIV.
Yeah.
There was Power Slap.
You went to Power Slap?
And there was UFC. I actually didn't go to Power Slap, but I was at Durango when it happened, and I went to the after party.
Okay.
I had a lot of people fly in and come to the house.
That's right.
And I just felt bad. Dana's so good to me, and I just felt like a loser, like asking for 15 tickets. I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I have limits, Krack.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But did you see the stars that were at Power Slap?
No.
Tom Brady, Dr. Phil, Charles Barkley, Travis Scott. You know that is recording. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Okay. I mean, it's just stars studded at Power Slap. It was really, really good events.
And did you go to the UFC event?
Same thing. I didn't want to ask for that many tickets. Okay. It felt weird.
Did you have your party at your house?
Yeah.
Did you leave your party?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I didn't. I was going to.
You were going to.
I was going to go to Dana's, and to be honest, I was having so much fun talking and stuff. I wasn't really paying attention to the game too much the first half.
Well, the first half's pretty boring.
And then all of a sudden, it was halftime, and I was supposed to leave before halftime, so I was like, oh, screw it. So
we had.
Do you think Dana was sad that I didn't come, or his guests? Do you think that they were probably? I'm sure a lot of people asked him, like, "Hey,
where's John?
Is Orlando not coming?"
Yep. I'm sure.
Do I owe like some sort of?
So listen, Radio Row is here.
Yes,
Mandalay Bay.
I took my dad.
Oh, did you?
On Friday.
So far to walk. My God, the walking was out of control.
Yeah.
I did 13,000 steps the first day on Wednesday.
Where did you park? Did you pull in at least through the back?
I parked in Mandalay Bay. No, Mandalay Bay. I parked in the parking garage. There was probably better parking somewhere.
They sent us a thing. We parked on the convention center side.
That was probably shorter.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. And then we got driven in a golf cart to the back door.
That's great.
Because he couldn't make it. It was too much for him.
It was. I went. I went on. I had passes for Friday. Never used them. Never went. I would have seen you. But
it was really cool. Wasn't it?
First day I did a lot of interviews. Did like 12 interviews the first day.
Have you done Pat McAfee yet?
No, didn't do McAfee, but I did.
I want you to do that.
I did a lot of the DraftKings interviews. They were VSiN. VSiN was there.
Okay.
Was there? VSiN owns DraftKings owns VSiN, and it was fun. I gave out Kansas City to a lot of people, so I was happy. I did that. I usually don't do sides.
Yeah.
I went to a Colin Cowherd party on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Over at Paris. At this beer garden, like at Paris, and this is unbelievable. It's all marble, and I went down. I fell on the marble because it was beer. I said,
Wait, where was this?
At the party in front of like everybody. It was kind of embarrassing. You get more embarrassed than anything. But I didn't go all the way down. I just went to my knees.
Do you need to contact
let me just tell you
Hadari Law Group
let me
for
just
a little
tell you,
lawsuit?
You know what? I never sued anyone in my life.
I get it, but
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I messed myself up.
Well, then wait a minute.
My right knee, my hip, my right knee's all black and blue, but the blood came right through my jeans, so I knew I was in trouble. Wait, you were
bleeding?
Oh, I knew I was in trouble.
Dude, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Let's get Sam Hadari on the case here.
I knew I was in trouble on my right knee, but I thought it was just going to bump and a bruise. Now I'm actually going to the doctors because I messed up my knee and my hip.
You got to get a guy.
I didn't even really think about nothing like that yet.
We're going to talk off camera.
Yeah. I got to tell you something. I've never sued anyone in my life. I never did that. And you know why? I'd rather just be okay. Not than to not fall. What are you going to get? 50 grand? Not that that's not a lot of money. I'm not saying that, but yeah. So I'm kind of upset.
Yes, that's the number. Maybe even north of that.
Yeah,
what about 100 grand?
I'm kind of upset about it. That right away they put the signs out after it was just so. Oh my God, it was so bad. But yeah, that was fun.
Where was this?
At Caesar's property, Paris. Paris has a thing called the beer garden.
Oh right.
And literally the place was packed. It was a Colin Cowher party. Alcohol flowing everywhere. Beer full all over I didn't see it. All over the floor. And I just slipped on the beer and just went down on my knee. Thank God I didn't go down. My hands, I got the, I didn't.
Yeah. It's on camera.
Oh, definitely. The camera was right on top of me.
If anything, we just need the footage.
Yeah, need the footage. Just need the footage. But no, I tell you though, I don't go to bars. I don't drink. So it's just like, oh God, it had to happen right there. It was a big Fox party too.
Yeah.
Like the head of Fox Sports Radio, was there and all the good. But they were very nice. Everything was great. Went well. Got to meet a lot of people, and it was a fun time. The interviews went well, and it's funny. So now I can't take some time. I'm friends with a lot of reporters.
Yeah.
They're friends, but there are so many reporters that want to be like investigative journalists and, oh, how much money did you actually win? Can you show the money? Can we talk about the money? Do you know anyone I could talk to about money?
Right.
Some of these journalists, they go too far. You know what I mean? They want to put words in your mouth, and I almost can't take them anymore. I just can't take some of some of the journalists, and that's what I found out after the game was over. The journalists that called me, they want how much money? All right, you don't want to talk about money. Is there anyone else that'll talk about money? How much cash they won?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the stuff that's just performing so well on social media.
Yeah, I guess.
Stacks of cash.
And trust me, I won a good amount of money on the Super Bowl, but I wasn't. I don't want that out there as something that says to kids and stuff, and just I don't care about. By the way, the amount of taxes I pay every quarter, I'm not worried about not reporting income or nothing.
Right.
I just don't want it out there to be shown in a bad light, so that kids, like you already see it on there, they're like they're mesmerized.
You don't want to hook them. Right.
But even by these Dana White videos and the boys and all the social media people,
yeah.
these kids are messed up.
100%.
I know someone back east that's like, oh my God, do you see the guy? He's with. I said, yeah, I was with those guys.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want to give the false impression it's this easy to bet 10,000 a hand on blackjack and only showing wins and you know what I mean. And I don't like the thing that it shows. I don't like, and I'm not just saying about those guys.
No, I get it.
There's tons of them, the influencers that are in their cars and showing bricks of money and you know what I mean. I'm telling you, I don't mean to be so dark on things, but we're in trouble gambling. Like I said it before on the show.
Yeah.
Even though, imagine a guy that's in the space of gambling.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I'm an advantage gambler.
Because
you know
what the negative can be.
We're dead. We're dead as a country with gambling as far as kids in trouble.
Destroying lives.
Yeah. It's not just it's lawyers, it's doctors, it's professionals, it's Wall Street type. Then you have all these kids. Then you have kids that are under the age gambling. Yeah. And let me tell you something. They're under the age gambling in every state, and they're under the age of gambling in many places. And some of the markets are 18 and over. But that's just it is what it is, and we're going to have to deal with the fallout from there. There is some responsible gambling. Yeah. Especially, I said, New Jersey in the past. They do a pretty good job at vetting people and stuff. But I just think that's like I said, I don't mean to be. I
get it.
But I'm mad at even the reporters that the big names that were predicting catastrophes here last week.
Yeah. How did we do on that, by the way?
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple. Listen, I love a guy in the New York Post. I love him. I absolutely love Phil Mushnick. And he was really down and said, "Oh, something's gonna," like. And I was who else? Who was the big name that I said to you? He's Troy Aikman's partner there, Buck.
Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck saying something's gonna. How'd that make out? How'd you? Like John said. What happened there, Joe? Your prediction was wrong.
Your prediction was right in terms of, and this is not me hating on him. I'm just bringing you up to speed. Sean Perry was on fire giving out picks. The poker player, he was giving out, selling the picks, whatever. Yeah. And I forgot how he opened up. Yeah, something crazy, 12-5 or whatever he opened up.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah. I agree. And I believe, don't quote me because I may have this wrong, but I want to say he went 0-7.
Oh, really?
Over the weekend. You said it was going to even out. Oh. Why does it have to even out? It's just the nature of
because
this beast.
He's not betting with analytics and back-tested data or any kind of formula or a model or
I think he might be.
No.
No? No way?
No.
Because 0-7 is just not going to
happen.
No,
that can happen. Sure. You flip a coin randomly 1,000 times. There's going to be streaks of the coins where they come out 15 times in a row, heads or tails. I mean, that can happen to anyone. That happened to me in the past. In the end, I'm not going to lose, but I mean, over time.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's another one of like a Vegas Dave type.
Yeah.
And but by the way, I really don't have anything against him. I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy.
He's a nice guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Great. Take him home with you.
I was at Red Rock with Dana and a bunch of influencers and stuff like they do after Power Slap.
Yeah.
Actually, this was the next night after the UFC fight, and or maybe Super Bowl night. I'm sorry, it was after Super Bowl night.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dana was down pretty handsome sum at one point at blackjack. Went over to baccarat, which I'd never really seen him do. They let him bet $100K a hand over there at baccarat back in the Red Rock.
It's amazing. That's a 1.5% game too. It's amazing they would let him bet so much more.
He went on fire, paid back all his markers on the table right behind him at blackjack.
Wow.
And then ended up a little bit of money. Nothing crazy, but But he was buried like $500,000.
He's such a good guy.
So great.
So good to people.
Can't say enough.
Yeah, he gives those kids a lot of money when I watched him give away. I watched him pay for that guy's losses at the table.
Yeah,
like $60,000.
He did it again the other night.
Yeah, he just pays
$100K for someone.
$100K. That's how much little it means. And he's a good guy. He's probably very charitable in life too.
For sure,
without a doubt. You can't be like that and not be charitable in life.
For sure.
And I watched him give away $80,000 that night to people. Like 5,000 here,
I watched him give away
here,
$200K on Sunday night while being down a little over $500,000.
Wow, down?
Yeah.
And giving it, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, see?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. How much money does that guy have?
A lot.
But he's a good guy, too. There's a lot of guys, there's a lot of people out there with a lot more money than Dana that aren't charitable like
100%.
that. So...
let me tell you a cool conversation I had. Well, not so much what the conversation was just about Durango, but on Friday night, Power Slap.
Yep.
You've seen the high limit room at Durango, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's the back room of high limit, right?
Back of high limit.
Yeah. So that's where Dano and the party was, whatever.
Okay.
And then right outside the door, I see Tom Breitling, who I hadn't seen in a long time.
Good guy.
I love him. Yeah. Nice guy. So I see him and I go straight to him. Didn't even realize that when I walked up to him, he was in the middle of a conversation because they had their backs to me.
Yep.
With Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta.
Oh, wow.
I go, oh, my God, I'm sorry. And Tom's like, no, it's okay. Do you know Lorenzo? I was like, actually, yeah, we met at Durango. He's like, hi. And I'd never met Frank before.
Me either. Never met Frank.
Yeah, nice guys, man. But I was like, oh, my God, I just stumbled into
You know what's funny? So
into Billionaires Row.
Back when Tim Poster and Tom Breitling owned the Golden Nugget, they had these great Super Bowl parties. And sure enough, Tom was dating
Jamie Presley. Yep.
And she was sitting.
That's when I first met him.
I didn't even know he was with her, but I met her and they were very nice together. But
she's really nice, really funny.
She was really nice.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Tim still. I spoke to him. Matter of fact, I spoke to him a few months ago. He texted me, and then I seen him at Peter Luger's.
So what does he do now?
Just counts his money in the garage.
They're all good, right? They're hundreds of millions.
There are hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all good.
And then Frank and Lorenzo.
By the way, Tim's also a good, very generous guy. But I wanted to read something now that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Now that I just mentioned, let me look at my Twitter. I put up some steakhouses. Someone asked me a question yesterday or 2 days ago, and I put those steakhouses up. Oh, here. Someone said, hey, This guy Jacob said, Bill, I've enjoyed your content. Keep it up. Can you please recommend a great steakhouse on the Strip? And for the Strip, I mentioned Peter Luger's at Caesars.
Yep.
Joe's at Forum Shop, so I think Joe's is a great steak. Hidden.
Russell Peters loves that place.
People don't even know how good Joe's steaks are. That's a little steak seasoning they bring to the table.
Yeah.
On top, like coriander, and oh my God, it's unbelievable. Different kind of, it's an Indian pepper. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Cut at the Venetian, I like too. Cut.
You know, I never go there, but I like Cut.
They're all bust out joints, by the way. What I mean is, they're $95 for a steak.
Right.
It is. Cut's probably the most expensive out of the three. But I love.
Do you get comps
Wolfgang
at Peter Luger?
I do, because I'm a 7-star member. So I do have like
I was thinking me, you, and Dad.
$1,500 in comp. Right now I have $1,200 there. So yeah, we can go.
Yeah?
Big deal. Do you think I care about money?
I know, but
Big
you
deal.
know.
So me, you, and Dad go anyway. Big deal.
Let's
It doesn't
do it.
matter. You're not paying. No, I'm just saying I'm paying. That's just the way I like to do things. Your father gets mad at me sometimes. We've been at the dinner so many times, and he did sneak pay once, but he gets mad at me.
Yeah.
So Peter Luger's, let me tell you something.
I like that
Peter
you know
Luger's.
he gets mad at you, but you still do it.
He gets mad.
But you still do
Yeah, I
it.
still do it. Peter Luger's makes a secret salad. It's not so secret anymore. They make a secret salad. Let me just tell you, they grow their own tomatoes over there. Onion, tomato. In their secret salad, they have onions, tomatoes, which are unbelievable, with the bacon, the thick cut bacon, and which they cut up shrimp cocktails inside the salad, it's called. That's a secret salad. It's one of my favorites there. Then they have the desserts with the homemade whipped cream. They call it schlag. That's their homemade whipped cream. Have you been there yet at all?
No.
You been to the one in Brooklyn at all?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to go.
Okay.
Joe's at the Forum Shop. I mentioned that already. Great wedge salad. Imagine me mentioning salads.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
Who
salad
are
since-
you?
haven't had a salad since the early 90s, but I'm having salads here. Make sure to get the steak seasoning. Cut. They bring the steaks out to you ahead of time. It's so cool. Like you pick your own cut of steak. Great 3 places. Again, bust out joints, very expensive. But
I like that term.
they're good. They're great though. You know, what are you going to do? Yesterday I tweeted out.
You haven't been to Nico's.
No, I heard it was good though.
Yeah,
I heard it was
it's
good.
real good.
That's at Durango,
Durango.
right? That's their
real
steakhouse.
good. Yep.
Wow, real good.
Real good.
Wow, let me tell you something. I like Durango.
Durango
I like
is.
the
It might
casino.
be the best casino in this
I really
town,
like
man.
it. I really like Durango.
It's
There's
just
so many
right.
good things about it.
It's got a Hard Rock vibe from back in the day, meaning just it's compact.
Yeah.
It's small. You see everything's
Floor
right
to
there.
ceiling windows.
It's
You know, you
gorgeous.
can see outside. It's so nice
The
out.
vibe in there is nice. It's
Yeah.
just there's nothing stuffy about it.
John, our show has so many little things I want to tweet out, but I never get to them all. Now it's slowing down. Thank God it's football season's over. It can slow down a little bit. But I noticed that I put a clip up on Twitter about asking them for your rating. You know, yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
retweeted it. You know, a guy that's works in the industry put it up there. He says, I called him the suits. So he said, the suits, asked the suits. He goes, as a suit at a luxury strip casino, Bill is absolutely spot on here. I also encourage the same. And he had a little arrow with a dart in the center. So now even those guys, they're saying you really should ask because we can't watch everything.
Right.
You should always ask about your ratings. And so I'm so glad that was on there, that he responded. And what else? I put up snow yesterday in Jersey. It looks so nice. Sometimes I miss.
I thought you were there. That's why I
everyone
texted you
thought
this
that.
morning, and
Yeah.
that is why I said, "Are you in studio today?"
Someone texted me from Middletown, New Jersey, and I said, "Good morning, Monmouth County, New Jersey."
Correct.
But I missed this type of snow, but I realized the way
You
it
got
looks.
one over on me. Yeah,
I realized
that's
the way it looked.
That's why I texted you this morning. I was like, "Are you in studio?" That's
Oh.
why.
Okay. So now, the Super Bowl biggest watch show ever. I put something on there with me. Oh, we're gonna have that's what I asked Randy to come on the show. Randy McKay is gonna come on the show. He is an Advantage slot player. But matter of fact, he's an Advantage sports bettor.
Yep.
One of the only guys that had KC that I know also. There's a bet that my friend Steve Fezzik told me to bet. I put it on Twitter. Will any team have over 11.5 losing streak in baseball? He had me bet this.
Wait, for this coming season?
This coming season. Will
Okay,
any
wait,
team,
I like this.
Will any team lose 12 or more games?
Yes.
That's right.
100%.
He said this is a 70,
multiple teams.
He said this is a 70% bet. I bet it over 10.5. And he's
Any
like,
team?
Any team. Any team loses 11 in a row. Yeah.
For sure.
That's what he said. It goes, please get us as much money as you can get.
Yeah.
So I went and they gave me a dime. They gave me only $1,000 at Caesars. But I'm happy.
And what's the line?
Now it's 11.5. It's over 75. He said it's still worth a bet. But I didn't bet this one though. But will any team lose?
Plus
well,
1,100?
No. over 11.5.
Oh, right. But
losing streak.
But what's the?
You got to lay 175 to win 100.
That's money in the bank.
But he said that there's going to be multiple teams.
I'm glad you just brought up baseball
good.
because I have some baseball stuff I want to talk
All right.
about. First of all, I watched Moneyball twice last week.
Oh, I love it.
Just
It's
for
on
fun.
one of those shows.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
I've seen it.
I really think the LA Dodgers are going to break the single season win streak,
Oh, wow.
which is 20, right?
Okay.
That the A's set in
Yeah.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Right? The Dodgers will win 21 games in a row this year. It will happen.
Oh, wow.
And I actually am going to go as far as to say multiple teams are going to do it. 2 teams are going to do it.
That's impossible.
Okay,
2 teams winning 20 in a row?
remember that I said this. Well, of course we're going to remember because it's on
Yeah.
camera.
Wow.
2 teams will win 20-plus games in a row. 20 or more in a row.
Might have to
This
put you
coming
on,
season.
Might have to put you with Robert in the bathroom.
And I know I've said this
Eddie Mush
before.
and JoJo.
I know I said this before, and I'm going to put the footnote as long as they stay healthy,
Right.
and that's fair to say.
Right.
The Dodgers will break the single season win total of 118. They will break that this season.
Wow. Okay.
You heard it here, Bill. You're
Yeah?
not buying it though.
Interesting. No, I'm not buying it.
No,
I wonder if there's
you'll buy someone loses 12 in a row, but you're not
Yeah.
going to buy the Dodgers
You're
can win
picking
100.
the team. I know that they're one of the greatest teams in baseball,
Yeah.
but still, God, you want to pick the game, the team?
Yeah, the Dodgers are
God.
the best team in baseball on
Okay.
paper
All right. Sounds good.
and chemistry. I don't like the smirk. What is the
No
smirk? There's
No
a smirk.
No, not really. No. Listen, people know who to go to for good information, and no, actually, you've done well. I think I've changed you on a lot of things.
100%.
Yeah.
I still like my parlays, but
Yeah.
I do them tiny.
You and everybody. Everyone's so happy their teasers got there.
They're just
Yay.
fun.
They're fun.
They're fun.
They're easy. I don't know why anyone. So
You're not in it for the fun.
Listen, people, you're laying 40 to 50% more than I was laying 10 years ago. Than everyone was laying 10 years ago on teasers. Yet everyone's advising teasers. So
Right.
you guys know where I stand on that. We're going to have a lot of fun here throughout the offseason. A lot of things to talk about. I left some things out purposely for next week, and we'll
Can you
catch you
tease
next
it?
week.
Can you tease it?
One of the shows on Netflix I liked. I
Okay.
thought was really good.
Okay.
Talking about and also want to talk about golf etiquette next week.
Next
That's it.
week.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you next
guys.
week on Wise Kracks.